Today I'm at DTech, Dubai Technology Entrepreneurship Hub. I'm going to explore this place and see what companies are present in this building. And also I'm going to meet with Andrey, who is CEO of Dubai Copyright Office, the company which is also based here in DTech. And Andrey is an expert in copyright protection and property rights, who will tell you guys why you need to protect your intellectual property. You may think that copyright protection is only for big corporations and global brands, but actually, even if you have a startup, you should think about it from day one. In this video, I will tell you why it's important for a business and give you 3 practical advices how to protect your intellectual rights.
Hey Taras,
Andrey,
how are you?
Very good, long time.
Yes.
Andrey, many people talk about copyright, but I think that not many people know what exactly it is. Can you describe what is copyright, what kind of copyright exists, and let's start from this.
Okay, so basically the copyright is only one of the way to protect their intellectual property. Let us start from what the intellectual property is. So there are many assets which is not tangible in your business. So let's say it can be brand, it can be your business idea, it can be design of your product, it can be software or mobile app which you develop. So all of this stuff for your business brings the value to your business. So usually for many of companies it's the main assets, which is money generating assets, and all of these kind of assets can be protected. So in that case, nobody can steal it from you, nobody can use it without your permission, and nobody cannot prohibit you to use these assets in your activity. All of these objects are intellectual property. So, and intellectual property can be protected in many different ways. It can be patented, and can be copyrighted, it can be trademarked, it can be protected internally in the company as a trade secrets, know-how, and many other stuff. Most of the objects can be protected even not in only one way, so in multiple ways. For example, the brand can be the brand is the main part. When you start the company, you can even don't know what you want to do, but first you start from creating another brand, and this is the first assets which appears in your business. And usually there are like 2 ways to protect it. So first way is the trademark, which is well-known mechanism related to the government, and but the disadvantage of this mechanism is the long period of time for the process of protection of registration. So it takes around like 6 to 9 months. So it's very long for the business to wait so like this time, and it's limited only to the country of the registration and even to activity which you are looking for. In case of the copyright, it can be protected as a copyright, and it will give you the same level of the protection in terms of the nobody can use it, but it's recognized in many countries, and the process takes around like 2 weeks, in some cases 2 weeks to month. For example, if you go into protect it with our company and with European Copyright Office, it will take 2 weeks, and it covers, according to some international treaties, like the Berne Convention, for example, it covers 172 countries in one registration. So you can prohibit to use it in 172 countries. From other side, as I told you, so the protection of intellectual property is not only one-side protection, so when you can prohibit to somebody of illegal using. It's there is a reverse side of this process, when somebody can come to you and prohibit you to use your brand in case if it's protected by him.
So when an entrepreneur launches a new business, what is the first thing he should think about in terms of protecting his intellectual property?
Of course, the main thing is the brand, because you usually start from the company, from the brand. And if you're looking to the future and to develop this brand, it's the main starting point.
You mentioned a company, something called European Copyright Commission, right? So that's the body which registers the copyright.
Yeah, it's one of the entities which is yes, make the registration itself of the copyrights. So there are certain copyright offices in the world. The largest, of course, it's US Copyright Office.
Can I go directly to, for example, to the US Copyright Office and register my brand right there? Why do I have to? Why should I go from your company to go to them, or can I do it directly?
Yeah, of course. Basically, some copyright offices allow you to go directly to them, but in many cases, the main service and main value to the company is the let's say the classification. So it's to explain you how to protect each of your objects of intellectual property, each of your assets in a proper way to achieve your goal. Because there are certain goals can be achieved with the different types of registration. And one more thing I want to add. In some cases you can't even imagine how many IP objects do you have in your business. And this is our main service to explain you what you have as an intellectual property and how you can protect it.
Alright, so as you see, guys, it's not that basic. I just cannot go and register only my brand name. It's much more, and the Dubai Copyright Office helps you to really understand all of your intellectual property objects, classify them in the right way, and register them in the proper way with the right body. Andrey, can you give 3 practical advices for entrepreneurs so that just start their business to protect their intellectual property?
First of all, you should understand your goals. Of course, as everything what you do, you should understand your goals, what you want to achieve. So if you start to build the company, you should put some strategy in terms what risks are you going to accept, and how you can overtake these risks. So of course the first step, as I told already, so it's the protection of your brand. It's always, if you start to build the brand, you definitely need it. And then depends on the case usually. My best piece of advice is to think about it and keep it in mind that the intellectual property is their important asset of your business.
Andrey, how did you come up with such a creative concept of starting the Dubai Copyright Office, and when did you start your business?
So we started in 2016. In early 2016, it was very occasionally I leave my previous job, and I decided that I need to start my own business. And occasionally I met my current partner Sanjar, which has this type of business in some of CIS countries like Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and he's in this topic around 20 years. So we just shake hands and start this company. He's from the expert part, and I'm handling their business and commercial part of this business.
I think it's a good synergy for you guys. It's a great kind of collaboration for 2 partners. So you mentioned that you felt that you need to start your own business. You decided. So can you tell our subscribers how did this decision come to your mind? Because I think that many people are also right now thinking about that they need to change something, they need to start their business. In your case, how did it happen?
In my case, it happened around 5 years ago, I believe, maybe even earlier, because it's my 8th project. 7 before was failed. This is my 8th project, which is now growing, and it was I understand that I want to manage my life. So I don't want somebody manage my life. I want manage my life by myself. So and the only way to do this is to make your own business. And I started try to open one, open second, open third. It's all failed, but on the 8th time.
Here we go, here we go. So yeah guys, if you want to manage your life, if you want to make decisions yourself and not let other people do it for you, start your business. Of course, you may not be successful from the first time or second, even third or fifth or sixth time. For example, for Andrey, it took 7 attempts to start a successful business. So my advice, don't give up, think ahead and build collaboration with people who have expertise in the fields that you want to grow. Now it's time to fulfill my promises. At the beginning of the video I told you that Andrey will have a very special deal for you at the end of this session. So now it's for you. Please do the best for our followers and subscribers.
Okay, if your subscribers will come for the brand registration with the Motivator DXB code word, we can do 50% discount on the international copyright registration of the brand for them.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
I think it's a very good deal. Imagine you can save half of the price for your brand registration. So if you start a company and you think seriously about your future, it's definitely something you need to do. And this is how certificate will look like. It's an official document from International Online Copyright Office, and it's approved by European depository from Germany. It's valid in 172
countries.
172 countries, so nearly everywhere you go in the world, it will protect your copyrights and intellectual property in general. I think it's very good.